Hello everyone and welcome back to my Tech vs. Magic series. As you can see, I've upgraded the tubes to mag tubes. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, mag tubes. We have this floor comes up. They switch to normal tubes like right at the edge of the chest areas. And up here, now this looks like this. So this greatly improves the delay between moving items around. Now items just go flying through here. Look at that. You can almost hear them going whoosh as they go by. Yeah, that is what I've spent most of my time on. I've also expanded this area a little bit, the plants area, adding some more stuff like that. Then there's melons and pumpkins, other types of food, things of that nature. I've also, we have 2 chests for each of the foods that we can use and also make methane from. What I intend to do is let this chest fill up and then the overflow will be sent to make methane. I think that'll be best. This we'll probably use for seed oil. I'm not sure on that yet. But that is that part of it. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. I wanted to make sure I did this right. If I can. I'm not sure which version of this word I showed last time, but there was a mistake in one version where there's a space between the 2 and the drop here, which there shouldn't have been. So just to make sure that this is the correct version of it. So if you tried to copy the version last episode and it had a space here, use this one. Otherwise, lots of problems. Now then, oh yeah, you can see all the power for the accelerators running all over the place now. Right, let's see, is it daylight? Looks like it. I've also hooked up the sodium persulfate, and the lithium here, and the sodium, or well, that's that silicon and that sodium persulfate. I may have to expand the size of the tank for that. Right now I only had this 3x3x8 one. I may expand it to the same size as that one, since I don't need this tank anymore. Since this one was supposed to be sodium sulfide and this one was sodium persulfate, but that doesn't work anymore. First thing we're going to do today, though, is take this biomass and convert it to biofuel. I made a steel here, which was fairly cheap, just the starter casings, 4 redstone and 4 glass. And we'll put that right. Yeah, right. Make it line up in the middle, right there. And then we have some of these. I'm hoping I can feed it from the bottom. We're going to find out. Make sure that's suctioning. And see if that's getting full. Yes, good. Just what I want. Then we want another one. This one is going to be for the engine. I'm not going to continue to use the bio engine forever, but for starting, this should work. And have some lava here. Now then, we want to get this out. Can I reach that? And here. Yeah, this should be pretty easy. I wonder if this will automatically pull it in or not. Probably not. So let's just put a lever there. And this will be our biofuel one, which will allow us to store even more biomass since this takes a third of the space. Yeah, I think that's working pretty well. We don't need anything else in here, I don't think. Is a way to look at the recipes, I think. Yeah, that's the only recipe for the steel. So nothing goes in there. So you get a third of a bucket for every, or 0.3 buckets for every one of these. Not quite a third. And I wonder how long that's going to take to convert. Hopefully not too long. But now that that's going, today what we're going to do is work on the boiler building, which is going to be here. It's going to have a little walkway between the two buildings and have a direct connection to the various tanks. There's a number of different fuels we can use. We can use fuel, we can use creosote oil, we can use biofuel, and hydrogen, lithium, methane. That's just fuel. Nitro coal fuel, which we probably won't use because that requires coal. Yeah, those are the ones that we could possibly use for this. Primarily, we'll probably either use fuel or biofuel, with maybe some methane thrown in. I'm not sure about that. Let's sleep real quick, and then we can get started on building this building. It's going to be a bit different than the other buildings that I've done around here. Most of the buildings that I built so far have been designed to hide all the tubing and stuff. This one's going to be quite a bit more open and stuff. Yeah, that's right. It's also going to be a pretty important building and a pretty dangerous building. But I've got a selection of blocks so that we can try to figure out how we want to do this. The first thing we're going to want to do is to level out the area, though. Actually, the first thing we want to do is probably figure out how big we want it. So we want a 3 gap here. Then we're going to have a boiler, a big boiler, a 3x3 one, which will be, so this will be the wall, and I guess we want it at least a little bit away from the the wall. So maybe we build it. How far back do we want this? Probably 3 as well. So yeah. And then we'll have, I guess, a 3 gap between the wall and the other side. So and how much space do we have here? Can we put a tank here? We could. That would work. Would make things actually quite easy on us. Yeah, and that'll be our tank. Or one of them at least. Assuming we have more than one. And we'll probably have some smaller boilers here on the back. I want to have at least either 3 or 4. At least one of them will be a solid fuel boiler, just in case, for like a backup. So we'll put that one right here. Actually, let's go all the way over. These need a little bit more space because it takes more space between the boilers. So let's move that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like this is probably as close as I want them. That means we'll need quite a bit more space over this way. I suppose we could put another boiler here. 1, 2. Yeah, like that. That'll work for that. Then we just have the second boiler over here. So, oops. That'll be... This will be probably the far corner. Yeah, so that's how big the building's going to be. There'll be a back wall, like right here, going straight through here, dig into this hill a little bit, and then the corner will be right here. No, there's 2 gaps, so right here. And this will be the edge here, and it will come around to here. As far as looks go, I'm going to use the foundation and the roof of this building, but the middle bits are going to be different. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. But that's what we're going to decide this episode. I think that'll actually look pretty nice. I really like the way that roof looks and that foundation. So that's why I'm using that. So I'm going to start by leveling all of this out and filling in the area. That way we won't dig into the hill too much, though it will flatten everything out. And then I suppose this area over here will probably have some kind of like managing station if we need any computers or anything. But be right here. And recent comment, somebody said that I haven't done any time lapses lately. So that is what we're going to do for this. I'm going to time lapse the whole building. And I intend to use these as a major component. This around the boilers in case they explode. We'll have windows of iron bars. And the rest I haven't figured out. So I also have some obsidian tiles and obsidian totems if I want to use those. These may be better for around the boilers. I'm not sure what their blast resistance is. Apparently they don't require diamond to be dug though. Anyway, start the time lapse. And there it is. Our boiler building. So let me know what you think about it and if you have any ideas to make it better. I'm not quite sure about the floor or that stripe in the middle. Might should have gone with smooth stone. But we'll have to wait and see what y'all think. Next episode, or probably next episode, we'll start working on the interior machines and all that. We'll probably need to spend a few episodes getting all that set up. But that is going to be our next major advancement into getting everything working. But that's going to be it for this episode. Like if you like, subscribe if you're not. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.